today we're going to be showing you how to make a 2-layer table drape using our special table drape tape. And the first thing you want to do is just make sure that the edges of your table are nice and clean. You don't need anything special for this, just some water and a cloth. All you want to do is make sure that there's no dust that's going to prevent the tape from adhering to the table. So you're going to go all the way around the edges here. Clean off your table, and then you can get started. So before you actually apply this special table drape tape, you're going to just be using some basic sort of packing tape along the edges, and this is just to make it easier to remove the tape when you're done. It's going to make sure that there's no sort of foam residue sticking to your table when you want to remove the tape. So you're going to start corner, and you're just going to work all the way around your table with the packing tape. And it might be easier to do it in sections rather than trying to get one piece for the whole thing. I'm just going to want to pat it down like that, make sure that it's adhering, and then keep going. Okay, there we started with our drape tape. So what you're going to want to do, you don't need to go all the way around like you did with your packing tape. You can simply do the corners first, like so. And you're going to want to make sure that you stick it down really good with some pressure. So I've got this nice little rolly tool that I'm using. If you don't have one of these at home, you can just go along it with your fingers and your thumb to make sure that it is adherent. You're going to move on to your next corner and repeat the process. Now, if you've got any sort of long edges on your table like we do here, you're going to want to apply a section of tape in the middle as well, just to make sure that there's adherence later on. Okay, so once you've got your table drape tape applied on your corners and maybe in the middle if necessary, then you need to take off the protectant layer so that you're exposing your adhesive. So you're going to do that for each section. And then you are ready to put on your first layer. So what we've got today is just sort of a generic plastic tablecloth for our first layer. It's up to you what you want to use. You are also able to use a fabric, satin if you want a little bit more elegance. Either way works just as well. So we're going to drape it over the top here. Going to make sure it's nice and smooth. Okay, so now that we've got our first layer applied, we're going to go around the table just like we did first and do another layer of table drape tape. So just like before, you're only doing the corners, you're not doing the whole table. So we're going to start here. And again, just apply some pressure, make sure that it's sticking. in our last corner over here. And then, like before, you're going to need to remove the layer that is protecting the adhesive. Okay, so now we've got our tape applied to our second layer. We're just going to go ahead and remove those adhesive protectant layers here to expose the adhesive. And now we are ready to apply our second layer, our skirt. So what we've got here is a pre-made satin skirt, and we're going to show you in another video how to make your own. But for today, we've got our nice little pre-made one that we're going to use. So you just want to make sure that you've got it long enough to wrap all the way around, and then you're just going to start at one of the corners and make sure that the top of your skirt is just slightly above that layer of tape, because you want to hide that. And then you're going to apply pressure just like before. And you're going to just do this all the way around wherever you've got any strip of tape. Okay, so as you can see, we've gotten to the end here and we've got quite a bit of leftover fabric. So what we're going to do is get a bit more tape. You're going to secure the edge here. So you're going to apply another strip right about there. Remove that protectant layer. And stick it down so that that's nice and secure. And then you're just going to let that fall, let it drape, that's fine for now. And you're going to use the remaining to just wrap around here. So what we're going to need to do is apply more adhesive on the corners, just like we did in our previous steps. Alright, we're going to remove our adhesive protectant, as always. And just start wrapping this back around to finish it off. And don't forget to apply that pressure, make sure that adhesive is sticking. And finally, just so we don't have any little edges like that, we're going to take one last piece and stick it down. There we go. And you have now made yourself a 2-layer table drape with our table drape tape.